Hello and welcome to Money Control Stock Market Watch. We have with us Jigar Mistry, the co-founder of Buoyant Capital, joining us to tell us more about investments in markets to get the best returns for retail investors. Jigar, always a pleasure to have you on CNN News 18. Now, my first question, the markets have been quite volatile. In fact, after 8 months, the key indices have dropped quite a bit in the last week. What do you make of this particular market in terms of the retail investors positioning themselves in this volatility?
Good morning, Nisha. Thank you for inviting me. See, over the last 2 or 3 months, as we have been discussing, the situation is getting a little precarious. Now, if you look at the US yield curve, and that's, I think, the starting point for everything, the bond market seems like it is very worried. So, at overnight rate is, say, at 25 basis points. 1 year rate will be somewhere around 1% or something. A 10-year will be 1.6%. 20-year will be 2% plus. But that yield curve has started flattening a lot more, which suggests that over the near term, the participants are worried about inflation. Over the longer term, they are worried about growth. And this is, to a certain extent, indicate recession that could come through. In that scenario, people tend to go to, asset classes which are considered safe. And therefore, you have seen the FIIs withdrawing money to a certain extent. It is actually the worst month on a cash market provisional basis. It is the worst month since July 2021. And therefore, and even actually March 2020. So I think it is the second worst month since March. So one needs to be a little more cautious when you try to build out positions. You build out, in a way in which if the stocks correct 15-20%, you are actually looking to buy more rather than sell out of those assets.
All right. So what are the buying opportunities and are you already spotting them, Jigar?
Yes, Nisha. So, what we have done is over the last 2 or 3 months, we have actually increased our cash proportions, and we had moved, as we had, I think, discussed also, that we have moved away from small and mid caps to a certain extent and are increasingly getting into larger cap stocks. Over the 3 months, I think there is already a 10.5% underperformance that we have already witnessed from the small caps. And I think, even now there is a decent enough time that if there is a bounce back, which could imminently happen, then they should be used to get out of the names that you are circumspect about and get into names that you want to hold for a very long period of time.
Right. So blue chips is what most of the investors, retail investors, as a cautious approach, move towards in these difficult times. Any blue chips looking very lucrative at this point for a bulk investment or in a staggered manner? What do you suggest?
I suggest we continue in a staggered manner. We had discussed this study where, a disciplined investment, even if you started investing at the peak of the market in 2009 and you kept investing versus you bought at the bottom of the market in 2009, the difference was not very high. So, you should actually look to stagger the investments out. The sectors that we are preferring continue to be bank, although we have seen some decent returns from those names, but ICICI, HDFC, Federal Bank, Canara Bank are the names that we own, and even SBI for that matter. In the tech space, we like HCL Tech and Cyient. Those are the two names that we like. Insurance is a very interesting space. So the one that we own has been Max Financial, but even SBI Life looks very interesting from here. Smaller and mid-cap names, the ones that we like are a company called Gujarat Fluorochem. Anthony Waste Management is that stock has corrected a lot as well. That's one name that we have added in the recent past.
Right. And what do you have to say, Jigar, about the recent IPOs? Nykaa launched, then Policy Bazaar is launching, Paytm is coming up. What is your view on these?
Right, Nisha. So that is the names that you mentioned put together will draw out 30,000 crores, and some new FIs might come in, but a large part of them will actually reallocate, and therefore the selling that we see over the last month or so could to some extent be attributed to that as well. With regards to these IPOs, I think we had put out a study again that we look at these as a lot of US investors look at this as a ultra high duration bond portfolio and not really equity investments. And with the interest rate rising, there is little to suggest that these companies can continue to do well in a rising interest rate scenario. So we have not so far invested in all this new age tech IPOs, and from what it looks as of now, we won't be investing in the ones that get listed.
And Jigar, maybe later when the market is more volatile or consolidates further, we may get them at a cheaper price than the IPO price, is what a lot of people have been saying. But apart from that, you mentioned a lot of stocks that that looks good. Any sectors and stocks that you want to leave us with, which are total avoid given the different economic scenarios, the factors of the sector or the company?
Right, and see, historically, Nisha, the times when markets are volatile, you want to go to a predictable cash flow rather than growth cash flow business. And traditionally, those have been FMCG sorts, right? But given how the commodity inflation has been, and the commentary after commentary that you hear from the management,
Yes.
this sector still looks as if it is not turned the corner. Yes, it has underperformed the market over the last 1.5 years or so, but we don't think it is time yet to get into the FMCG consumer durable names just yet.
Right, so they are still looking expensive at this point. Thanks, Jigar. It's always a pleasure speaking to you, and cautious approach and staggered investment at these levels as well. And he also says avoid on the IPOs coming in the internet space. With that, it's a wrap on Money Control Stock Market Watch.